welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the AuthorTube Newbie TAG 2.0. This was done originally by Jenna Streety on YouTube, so I'll be leaving the link down below to her video. But for those who don't know, I'm a little bit late to the game, so let's get straight into it. The whole thing on how to play this game is that there are about 14 questions, and I'm gonna be answering those, so yeah. Number 1, what's your book pitch? If you have multiple works, choose your favorite. I've got multiple works, but I can't choose a favorite, so I'll just run with the main one that I'm doing right now. For those who don't know, my novel is actually called TSG. It's been a project that I've been doing since October 2018, and it's coming along quite smoothly, so let me try and do the book's pitch. This is very hard to condense it into one sentence. Okay, Stella, a servant girl, gets banished into an outside world, has to take down the king. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was one sentence, but we'll fly with that. Question number 2 is, if you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? Wow. Hyperactive girl living in a society full of people. Hyperactive. That's me, I guess. I don't know. I really got no clue. But I'm pretty random, so I'll be that random book. Question number 3 is, what do you usually write? So I usually write in fantasy YA, but I'm planning on branching out a little bit further, probably into new adult, because that's intrigued me a little bit. But yeah, predominantly in YA fantasy. Number 4 is, what's something that you'll never write? I'm not completely sure. I guess it's because I don't know too much about what I don't like, so I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I'll just stroll along. I'm pretty interested in knowing all genres and pretty open to like most books. I would never disclose myself into just particularly one, but I would never also like say that they won't come with challenges. So there's that. Number 5 is, what's your goal for starting an AuthorTube channel? I guess it's just to put myself out there, to kind of meet new writers, also like just connect with my audience, as well as share my writing journey. No matter where it goes, I just want to be able to talk about writing. I guess it's also to share my reading journey as well, and that's the beauty of AuthorTube in itself. So yeah, I just want to share a lot about my reading journey as well as my writing journey, so that's what this whole channel's about. Number 6 is, what made you want to start writing? When I was 11 years old, there was this particular subject in our school, writer's workshop, and this was interesting because I had no idea what I wanted to write, even if it was like a diary sort of thing. Like most people just wrote about what they did over the weekend, and I was like, nah, that seems pretty boring. So I just sat there and just an idea came into my head, and that's how I started to write. I started to do fan fiction, so for those who are more interested in like my fan fiction based from 11-year-old Chloe, that would have been like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, mixed in with the Mario Bros.
It's me, Mario!
And insert myself as like the main character, and boom, you got a fan fiction right there. I don't know what was going through my head. Honestly, guys, I got no friggin' clue what that story was. But, I mean, I read it and it makes me laugh, so. And question number 7 is, what's your publishing path? Self-published, traditional published, hybrid, or have you just not decided yet, or do you just write for fun? First of all, I do write for fun, but I also want to go the traditional route. I eventually want to branch into hybrid author. Like, I think I would never shut off myself to just one particular path. It just seems like traditionally publishing seems more benefiting for me for this now point in time. But yeah, I always watch self-published people on YouTube. I think that what they do is amazing, and I'm like, it's great to know that you can independently do that yourself. So yeah, never shut it off, but I will pick traditionally getting published right now. Question number 8 is, what content do you bring to the AuthorTube table? Well, I bring myself. I'll bring myself to the table. Okay. But on a serious note, I think other than just writing, and like my personal experience. I think I would like to talk a little bit more about my life and like what it is. I want to share some life advice to people as well, but that might be like later down the track, probably along the side of like AuthorTube. And like I do have a passion for makeup, so you might see a bit of those coming into play, but mostly it's just my writing journey that I'm sharing right now, and that's what I'm keeping it as until like those possibilities come up later. Question number 9 is, what's your biggest writing struggle? And I will have to think on this, but it's probably to do with tenses. Like I know when I'm reading over my writing that there would be past tense here and then present tense. I kind of like smush them into one, so there's like one sentence with it and then the next sentence completely, and it just jars me when I'm reading it. I'm like, oh my goodness, how is anyone gonna read this, because this is like in past and then this one's in present. Where are we? Are we in the middle? Are we in space? Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm a meme. I don't know how that came into play, like from writing struggles into memes, but mostly that's just to do with tenses and I guess redundancy. I have a habit of really just like repeating a line over and over again without knowing, subconsciously just doing that in my writing, and I'm reading over it and I'm like, you said that about like 8 times, girl. You need to delete those redundant sentences, like get them out. So yeah, that's definitely 2 biggest writing struggles, but we'll deal with it in editing. Number 10 is, what's your biggest writing skill? I love dialogue. Dialogue is my niche. I love it to bits. Oh my goodness. I also do have a habit of like info dumping inside of it, but I love talking from like characters and having them talk like, hey, how are you? I don't know. How about you? Oh yeah, I'm going really good. Fabulous. Thank you very much. But yeah, I also love writing like sarcastic characters where they're like, I don't know. And it's like, really? Really? Really there? So, you know, I think that is really what it is. I think that covers the best writing skills so far. This dialogue definitely shines. I have a habit of making more dialogue than the actual narrative itself. So, why? Because I love talking, okay? I just can't stop my characters from talking enough. Number 11 is, if you've been on YouTube for a while, what's your best author tip advice? My best author tip advice is to trust your gut instinct when you're writing. This is mostly because when you're writing, you might go, oh, this pops straight into my head. Should I use it? Should I not? Don't debate on using it. Just go ahead, experiment with that and see what it takes you. You will find out if it needs to be in there or if it doesn't. And if it doesn't, like just pop it into a Word doc. Just have that quote or that particular description in a Word doc, because you might want to use that for another project. Definitely just trust your gut instinct. When your head comes into play with saying whatever it is, just kind of jot it down, experiment with it. That's about it. Question number 12. 12 is, if you're new to AuthorTube, what's your biggest AuthorTube question? Well, I guess I'm just in that middle of AuthorTube. I haven't been on AuthorTube for a long time, but my biggest AuthorTube question would be how to deal with particularly that struggle that I mentioned before with past and present tense kind of going in at one another, like that clash between it. I guess that's really to do with writing itself, but I guess to do with the actual AuthorTube platform, I'm more like curious to know like where this takes us. I've got no questions. Question number 13 is, are you looking for any new channels to follow, beta readers, CPs, or other types of writer buddies? If so, tell us who you're looking for and connect with them in the comments. Well, if you're commenting in my video, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. If you're like just stopping by, once again, same thing as like the comment thing. You're watching me means a lot. I'm just a very small starting off channel, so thank you for stopping by. But I am looking for beta readers and CPs. It's been something that I have been afraid to kind of do. I've been like brave enough to post on YouTube, but I haven't been like commenting on things. I find that sometimes I just get this angst and I don't know why. It just happens where I just get angsty and I don't end up commenting. But yeah, I basically know a lot of AuthorTubes through their videos and stuff, but I'm very much much wanting to connect more with the AuthorTube community. That's probably another reason for why I'm starting out this channel, is to connect with you guys. So like CPs, betas, and other people, if you're thinking like throughout this whole video, you're like, wow, she really clicks with me, like feel free to hit me up on any of my social medias. I got them all linked into my description below, but feel free to comment and I'll like comment back. And question number 14 is, what are you most excited for during this new fresh start on AuthorTube? Pretty much I've already said it to you guys, but once again I'll say it, and I'm just happy to connect with anyone and everyone here. You author people, you writers, you young people, you old people, you people are fantastic. Thank you so much for providing all of the resources that you do on YouTube to those creators out there. Jenna, if you're watching this video, thank you for your content. It means the world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, comment down below, absolutely anything or everything, and I shall see you later with another video. Bye guys! 14 questions with Chloe. Kinda, I guess. What is this? Ooh. Woo! That would be me if I was a book. Also, if this camera would focus. That there would be me if I was a book. Because I'm just random.